What's going on YouTube? Florida Man Knives here with a quick comparison video between the Benchmade Bugout and the Spyderco Para 3 Lightweight. Now I did want to make a quick note that I did do a direct comparison between the specific G10 variant of the Bugout and the G10 Para 3, the standard model. But for the sake of this video, I am going to be referencing the standard Bugout with Grivery scales. And as I said, I'll be comparing it to the Spyderco Para 3 Lightweight. Now, getting into it, I want to bring out a couple of Para 3 lightweights that I do own right now. Got the Knife Joy exclusive in 20 CV, and then I've got another exclusive with teal and S90V. This particular Bugout is a Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive with G10 scales and CPM M4. Go check out my overview video on this if you are curious. But getting into the specs, the Para 3 lightweight, as you can see, is going to be a little bit shorter, with an overall length of 7.21 inches, a blade length of 2.92 inches, and a handle length of 4.29 inches. Before I do go over the specs of the Bugout, I did want to note that the handle on the Para 3 lightweight is definitely going to be substantially thicker, as well as the blade stock. And you can see right there, the handles and the stocks of the blade definitely much thinner on the Bugout. So, you know, they're both going to be a great slicer. This is a full flat grind, of course, and you can see this nice flat grind up here until that flat point there. So again, both great slicers. And then the overall length on the Benchmade Bugout is going to be 7.46 inches. You are going to have a blade length of 3.24 inches and a handle length of 4.22. And to be more specific on the blade thicknesses, the blade thickness on the Bugout is 0.09 inches, so very, very thin, as opposed to 0.14 inches on the Para 3 lightweights, and same thickness applies for the standard Para 3, of course, as well. Now, the different locking mechanisms, you do have the compression lock from Spyderco, which I am a huge fan of, and then you do have the axis lock from Benchmade, of course. Both are going to be great locks, you know, really strong fidget factor in both of them. In my opinion, though, the compression lock is just a little bit superior. You don't have to worry about the Omega springs breaking like you do in the Benchmade Bugout with the axis lock. Now, the biggest thing for these knives is going to be the weight. So the regular Bugout is going to come in under 2 ounces. I don't have one in hand, I apologize there, but it's like 1.86, 1.9 ounces, something absolutely ridiculous. This particular G10 variant is going to be 2.22 ounces, still extremely lightweight, but the Para 3 lightweight, you can see, is going to be substantially heavier than the Bugout with Grivery scales, coming in at 2.36 ounces. So, you know, that's all relative, of course. They are all just really, really lightweight knives overall, especially compared to some of the other models out there. But, you know, did want to make note of that. And then the other thing to make note of is going to be the deep carry pocket clips on both. I'm a huge fan of the wire pocket clip for sure. It's my favorite pocket clip that Spyderco makes. And then I actually really like this particular pocket clip from Benchmade. It's very short, and you can see not going to show a lot of the knife in the pocket for either of these particular models. The other thing that I want to address, and honestly is probably going to be the biggest deciding factor for people when, you know, debating between these two knives, is going to be the price. So, you know, first off, I want to say I'm a Spyderco fanboy, so maybe there's a slight bias here, but I just have always felt that Benchmade's butterfly tax is a little bit too steep. You know, Spyderco is always doing price increases as well, but the standard Bugout is going to be $130, and it's only going to come with S30V, and then again, the Grivery scales that are very, very easy to squeeze together if you care about that. Definitely going to be easier to squeeze together than the FRN, but you can still do that with these. You can see you do have the compression lock coming back here on this side, but, you know, 105 for the standard Para 3 lightweight with CTS BD1N steel is just phenomenal. And then the Para 3 lightweight comes in all types of exclusives. This particular one, 20 CV, was $130. So this exact knife with 20 CV is the exact same price as the standard Bugout with S30V. This one with S90V is $140, so, you know, for price reference there. And as you can probably tell, in my opinion, I definitely think the Para 3 lightweight is the better option, the better buy in every way really than the Bugout. I prefer the ergonomics of it, but then again, you know, I just am used to Spyderco's. I love the thumb ramp. I like the 4-finger toilet a lot, of course, but you know, this thing right here is just so slim, which is great in the pocket, but there's no thumb ramp here. The jimping's all the way back here, and I don't know, it just feels pretty slick in the hand. You know, this one is the smooth G10, so maybe I would feel differently about the standard model, but you know, like I said too, the price difference really just does it for me. You know, I highly encourage you to pick up this Spyderco Para 3 Lightweight if you have the chance. And definitely the Bugout as well. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad knife by any means. It is phenomenal. And I think that they were able to, you know, bring this to the market a few years ago. Under 2 ounces for a knife this big is really still just phenomenal. I really just wish it was a little bit more affordable. And that's really my biggest gripe with the Bugout. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And thanks for watching.